Good evening. It is Dark Monday, meaning I'm filming in a dark spot today. But now my phone is back so I can film in a light damn spot. Let's talk college basketball, Detroit sports, and we're going to play a game tonight called If They Play Today. Bracketology edition. North Carolina at Florida State. North Carolina. Sorry, y'all. North Carolina to beat Florida State on the road tonight. A bubble team with a huge win. Give me the Tar Heels. Baylor at Oklahoma State. Baylor only lane 1. This is a Joes versus Pros game for Vegas. Give me Oklahoma State to pull off the bubble upset. OK State on the bubble. I like the number they're getting. They're getting +1 at home. Baylor, I know, is a really good team, but I see an upset tonight in Starkville. Give me Oklahoma State to win and get a huge quad 1 victory over Baylor and maybe a tournament berth. West Virginia at Iowa State. Country roads, take me home to the place where I belong. West Virginia is going to win tonight on the road. Give me West Virginia. Now, Detroit Pistons at Charlotte Hornets. Charlotte's a 7-point favorite. The Pistons tonight are without Duran, Ivy, Bogdanovich, and Stewart. Basically our whole fucking lineup. We are going to get murdered tonight. And you know what? I'm glad this team's losing. We need to keep losing. The season's over, and the more we lose, the closer we are to getting rid of Dwayne Casey, and the higher odds we'll have for Victor Wembanyama. Next off, if the Pistons get Victor Wembanyama, they got to make the playoffs next year. I'm tired of the fucking excuses. I'm tired of the wait the 2 to 3 years bullshit. It's time to start winning. This team hasn't won a playoff game since 2008. I'm tired of waiting, and I think many are as well. But the Hornets should kill us tonight. Red Wings at Ottawa. Guys, I think this is a Vegas trap line. You know, Ottawa's favored. And I think a lot of money will go on the Red Wings. Casuals will pick the Red Wings. Guys, I hate to say this, I think Ottawa beats us tonight. You know, I think our run was magic, and it was great to kind of get back in the playoff picture. I don't think we have the energy tonight. I'm going to go with 4-2 Ottawa. I really hope I'm wrong, but I'm just so afraid to buy into this team because of the Detroit teams that have kicked us in the nuts in the past years. I just so badly want to get to the playoffs again. One of our teams, please. It's just so hard to buy in, though. But give me Ottawa tonight, 4-2, unfortunately. A weird Vegas line. But anyway, I'm so proud of the Red Wings. You know, they're starting to play better. They're clicking. Saturday night, they played one of their best games of the year. They just couldn't score because Lightning goalie Valansky, one of the best goalie performances I've ever seen in my life. But you know what, guys? Even if this team misses the playoffs by a couple points, it's still a good season. But next year, no excuses. Gotta make it. Let's talk a little Tiger baseball. Now let's talk a little Lions first. The Lions, you know, like I said, the Lions need to. I think the Lions should try and go out and trade for Jalen Ramsey. My only concern would be is giving up a first-round pick to do it. But, I mean, here's the way I look at it. You give up the first-round pick, depending what it is, and if you go out and trade Ramsey, or trade for Ramsey, you fill a need in the trade. So, with the pick in the draft, you can use that pick to fill another need. So, Look, either way, I'm very comfortable. I trust Brad Holmes to get the job done. The Tigers, guys, I know they're going to suck ass this year. And I know they're likely going to finish last in the AL Central. But bear with me. I think the lineup can be sneaky good. And let me explain why. I think the fact that Scott Harris came in, cleaned house, and, got us the right nutritionists, better hitting coach, better staff with Hinch. The Tigers were having pitchers lift weights. And that's why, no wonder why I got 3 guys with Tommy John surgery. But I think with the right hitting techniques and with the way baseball's changing to kind of favor the hitters a little bit with Bay in the shift, I think the Tigers can surprise a few people early on and start out, kind of okay. And I think the bats will be much better this year than they were last year. I still don't think they'll make the playoffs. I mean, that is a long shot. I don't think they'll be anywhere, close. I still think they could finish last in the division. But I think the Tigers are going to be better than people think. I just think with the new hitting coach and the new nutritionists and the trainers, new training staff, the new rules that allows hitters to actually be able to hit the ball and play without having to swing for the fences, I think the Tigers can surprise some people. Now, don't get it twisted as me saying I think they're going to make a lot of noise. I don't. But I think the Tigers will be better than people think. But what does that look like? That's up to you guys to decide in the comment section. So let's play a bracketology game. Let's play Jerry Palm's bracket. A game of if they play today. Alright, so Jerry Palm. The first 4. Oklahoma State versus West Virginia. A Big 12 matchup. I take West Virginia. Wisconsin and Mississippi State. Wisconsin played really well yesterday in Ann Arbor. That Wall kid is fucking unreal. The Wisconsin shot pretty well yesterday in regulation. I shouldn't say unfortunately, fuck Wisconsin, but they did not shoot well in overtime, and that's part of the reason they lost. But anyway, a miracle shot from Dickinson gave Michigan a win over them yesterday. Greg Gard with a huge coaching mistake to not foul up 3 late. I think Wisconsin would beat Mississippi State. But that'd be a good game. Bama with a first round bye. Don't know who they'd play Morehead State or FDU. They'd beat Morehead State. But an interesting first round matchup. Iowa versus NC State in the first round. I think that would be a really good game. But I would take NC State. I still am not sold on Iowa being a good team. I know they had a great comeback the other day against Michigan State. But again, that does not change the fact that I would pick NC State. St. Mary's versus Bradley. A 5-12. This could be a 12-5 upset, but I think St. Mary's would win. Indiana, Iona. Jeez. Could Rick Pitino pull an upset? No. Indiana. The South. So I have Iowa State playing Wisconsin. I think that would be a really good game. And I think Wisconsin will get an 11-6 win. They would get a win because of Tyler Wall. An upset, if you will. UConn and Hofstra. Give me UConn. Maryland to Auburn. This would be a good game. I'd take Maryland. Auburn's a fraud every March. Kansas State against New Hampshire. Against NCASHV. Give me K-State. And then if K-State played Maryland, I'd take K-State. If Bama played Iowa, or if Bama played NC State, I'd take Bama. If St. Mary's played Indiana, I would take, Indiana. If Maryland played K-State, I'd take K-State. Purdue with the bye in the West. Purdue versus Grambling State. Give me Purdue. Providence versus Pittsburgh. I think this would be a really good game. I'd take Pittsburgh to upset Providence. Look, I do not trust Ed Cooley in March. I know they had a good run last year, but I just am leery of them. Miami versus Oral Roberts. You know what, guys? I think Miami wins close. Xavier versus Yale. Give me Xavier. We'll have Fremantle back. Missouri versus Boise State. Give me Missouri. Baylor versus Kennesaw. Give me Baylor. Michigan State, FAU. Give me Michigan State. UCLA, Eastern Washington. Give me UCLA. Now, Purdue versus Pitt. Give me Purdue. Xavier, Miami. Give me Xavier. I think with Fremantle, we are a really dangerous team. But, we'll see what happens when he comes back. Missouri and Baylor. Give me Baylor. Michigan State and UCLA. I would take UCLA. Houston and Youngstown State. Give me Houston. Illinois, Arkansas. This would be a good game, but give me Arkansas to win. I think Muscle Man without Coach Underwood. Northwestern and UTVAL. Give me Northwestern. Virginia and Toledo. You know what, guys? I think Toledo would upset Virginia. Toledo having a good season in the MAC. I think they would beat Virginia. I think Virginia is one of the biggest frauds in college basketball. Them and Tennessee, in my mind, are two of the biggest frauds this year. I think that would be a shocking 13-4 upset. TCU, Rutgers. Jeez, I think this would be a great 6-11. Give me TCU to win. Arizona, UC Irvine. Give me Arizona. A&M, USC. God, this would be a good football matchup. But you know what? Give me A&M. Texas and Colgate. Give me Texas. So that means Texas versus Texas A&M in the round of 32. Now, granted, guys, that would be a great football matchup. And I'm so excited it's coming back with conference realignment. Houston versus Arkansas. Give me Houston. Northwestern versus Toledo. Cinderella. Toledo upsets Northwestern. I think Toledo can be a Cinderella. I know it's a random guess, but it would not shock me. TCU and Arizona. Texas and A&M. I would take Texas to beat A&M. Now, Kansas versus Norfolk. Kansas. Creighton versus Nevada. Oh, God, this would be a good game. You know what? Nevada is this good tournament team. I take Nevada to beat Creighton. San Diego State, VCU. Give me San Diego State. Tennessee, Southern Miss. I think Tennessee would win. Duke versus the 11 seed. Duke versus West Virginia. You know what? I think Duke would still win. Gonzaga, Furman, Gonzaga. Kentucky, Memphis, Kentucky. Marquette, Vermont. So, we'd have Kansas versus Nevada. I'd take Kansas. San Diego State versus Tennessee. San Diego State. Tennessee is an absolute fraud. Duke, Gonzaga. Kentucky, Marquette. I'd take Kentucky in an upset. I think Marquette, like Ed Cooley, Shaka Smart, not a great March coach. Kentucky still has a lot of talent. Well, guys, that is all for If They Play Today. May God bless you all. Have a good evening. Go Red Wings!